You can now get a 30-day trial to experience The Athletic for free. Visit the link in the description below to try it now.
Hello, welcome to Tifo IRL. I'm JJ Bull and this is my tactics board. And in this video, we're going to talk about Roberto Firmino and how he's not just a playmaker, he's actually very clinical at finishing chances. And to do that, usually I'd be joined by Tom Warville, trapped in the scattergram, but he has escaped to work for a real club at RB Leipzig. He's got a real job now. And so instead, I'm joined by someone else inside the scattergram. But who could it be?
Where am I?
Hello, Mark Carey.
Hello, JJ Bull. How are you?
I'm good. Are you enjoying being trapped in the scattergram?
I'll deal with it for now.
It's so sad Tom Warville escaped the scattergram and left to get a real job somewhere else. No more Tom Warville, he escaped the scattergram, yeah. But it's okay, cause Mark Carey is trapped inside the scattergram. Mark Carey is trapped inside the scattergram. Tom Warville is gone and now it's Mark Carey inside the scattergram, which is this graph.
Well, I'd like if you could tell me what on earth the scattergram is, because I can't quite see it on my thing.
I will move away and show you. So essentially we're looking at the quantity and the quality of shots amongst forwards in the top 5 European leagues. So on the y-axis, if you can see it there, we're looking at shots per 90. So that's the quantity of shots per 90. And on the x-axis, we're looking at the xG per shot. So essentially the quality and the average quality of a given chance that a forward has.
So Firmino, who's right over on the side, I think.
He is all the way over
That's where he
here
is.
on his own.
Now that says to me that he doesn't take many shots, but when he does, they're very high value chances.
Yeah, so that's exactly it basically. So on average, the chances that he's getting are 0.33 xG per shot. So for every 3 shots that he takes, you would imagine that one of them is going to go in, which is really high value. Fairly unsustainable. I don't think that's going to continue, but we're talking about a small sample size early on in the season.
It sounds like a lot, and I think I know why this is, because you see, when Liverpool attack, right, as we all know, Alexander-Arnold and Andrew Robertson get up the pitch nice and wide like this. Then the inside forwards, who is Mohamed Salah, will attack this space here, and Sadio Mane will attack here. And this little guy here is Roberto Firmino. And what happens is that he tends to play through the middle here, around about the width of the 6-yard box. And when Liverpool play, they will pass through the lines like this, but they'll use him as a 1 or 2 touch guy to move play on. He'll be able to thread balls in to someone like Salah to try and shoot, or well, that's Mane over there, or Salah over here. But also what Firmino does is that when they get to these positions, Liverpool, with the shooty boys up front, like Mane, they play these low cutback shots, and Firmino arrives late into the box, unmarked, so we can finish from close range. So obviously this sort of area here is a really high value place to score from. If you shoot from here, it's a much higher value range, and they're much more likely, much less likely, that's what I mean, isn't it? Yes, less likely to score, but Firmino arrives here to score these sorts of goals, and that's why he's so high in the list. However, I have noticed someone else in this graph who seems to be the exact opposite, which is Bebe, who used to play for Man United. Is that who that is?
That is who that is, and he's still only 31. I feel like he should be about 72 right now. But it's, yeah, Portuguese journeyman, Bebe. He is up here somewhere. And yeah, so he basically takes a high volume of shots, a high quantity of shots, but by the looks of it, they are of very low quality. So he seemingly just shoots on sight. And I looked at it, and he's actually only started 1 game all season, but he's made 9 substitute appearances. So I think he essentially is just, his job is to just come on and shoot on sight and try and either get Rayo Vallecano back into the game or just try and get a goal however he can. Doesn't seem to be the best idea because he's seemingly not having them of very high quality.
When I saw him play, it doesn't sound like a good idea.
yeah. Portuguese journeyman, as I say, he's not too prolific.
So that means he's literally coming off the bench and then just starting to take shots from here, because that's the kind of low, that would be the low sort of XG per shot you'd have to get that sort of a score, right?
Yeah, on average, that is the sort of area that we're talking. Maybe not quite that far, but yeah, it's not a very good idea, shall we say.
Well, he's trying it, and Vallecano, they're 6th and above Barcelona at the time of recording. That might all change also. Okay, one more we're looking at is Ansu Fati.
Yes, you can sort of be a bit more forgiving with the fact that he's not maybe taking as high quality of shots because he's very young. Barcelona aren't doing very well at the moment. But yeah, I think that he'll sort of get that. And his job isn't necessarily like a clinical striker, is it? It's more to kind of come off the wing and come inside.
Yeah, he comes off this wide area here. There's a few things he's done. He does a lot of these 1-2s that Barcelona play where he fires a ball into someone here. It looks like it's going to be a through ball between defenders, but it's a disguised pass and they play a 1-2 and he runs on and shoots. He's scored a goal like this, but obviously they're not all going to go in. Messi was good at it because he's a freak.
Yeah.
But Ansu Fati is developing his freakiness.
Yeah, so he's only 19, yeah.
Yeah.
He's got time.
Okay, and I think you said to me something about, not that we talked before, he was trapped in the scattergram, but there's something about what the best players do.
Well, yeah, I guess so. We've spoken about kind of the trade-off of one against the other, but if you can do both as an attacker, then that's obviously the dream. So if you can have a high quality shot and a high quantity of shots, then you're going to score a lot of goals, or you're more likely to score a lot of goals. So if we think of it in terms of the top right in this whole sort of area, anyone who's close to that is obviously going to have more chance of scoring a goal. So the people, like familiar names are Erling Haaland, Robert Lewandowski, Patrick Schick's having a good season by Leverkusen. So yeah, it's interesting that there's quite a few people from the Bundesliga as well. Yeah. But the familiar names are there for those who take high quality shots and high quantity of shots.
There you go, the best players tend to be in the best position on the scattergram. And that's what we know about the scattergram. Firmino is not just a playmaker, and other things that we have also learned. And will you continue to be trapped in the scattergram, Mark? Or
We'll see.
perhaps you'll be more adventurous than Tom Morville and find a new way to be trapped inside another piece of data. I don't know what that means. We'll see you later.
If you like this video, please consider subscribing to the channel. The Athletic is where the Manchester United reporters revealed the truth behind the club's Jadon Sancho transfer fiasco, where the Tottenham reporters brought you news of Gareth Bale's return before anyone else, where the Chelsea reporters told us 3 days before his sacking that Frank Lampard was on the verge of losing his job. And you can try it now for free for 30 days. See the link in the description.